My friends, imagine Moses came to you and he says, guys, we're going to the promised land. What would you say? You'd say, Moses, unbelievable. And then it gets worse and it gets dark. Well, that's what happened the first time. Is what happened the second time. The Lubavitcher Rebbe, the Moses in our generation came and he said, guys, Mashiach is about to come. I couldn't believe it when I saw that it's brought down in the Medrash and the Kabbalah that it says that Mashiach will be revealed, he'll be concealed, and he'll be revealed again. The first time he's revealed, some of the Jews would get it. Then he'll be concealed. When he comes back, everybody will get it. This Shabbos, as I was studying, we all know that the Mashiach can come in one of two ways. Either be'itoy or b'achishena. Either, God forbid, in a negative, and there's some rabbis that like speaking, I don't know what it is, this obsession with fear and dread and panic. It's like people get, like they create this download of this, I don't know, childhood thing that things are bad and they just love to like see it. Or what the Lubavitcher Rebbe, you knew what he was talking about, says, we have already merited that the Mashiach will come in the most amazing way. Clouds are going to come down. They're going to take us to Israel. The Holy Temple, as Rashi says, is in the sky. It's ready to come. My friends, we're about, it says, the month of Nisan, the year Mashiach is going to come. There will be a Persian king that will attack an Arab king. And this has been mentioned before, but never did it happen as it happened. It was literally what happened. It was a hit in Saudi Arabia by Persia. And it says, amazingly, the Arab king won't attack back. He'll go to the west to look for advice, and that's what they did. They came to the UN, which I don't know what the UN did. And the whole world is panicking, and it's exactly where we are. This is the coming of the Mashiach. And so if you want to know what you could do, give money to charity. We're all obsessed with money, 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 money. But as you see in a second, Trump became president, $3 trillion come into the stock market. Coronavirus comes, $3 trillion goes out of the stock market. Everything in this world is a tool. You can use it to give, you can use it to take. Now, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't have money, but it means you should know why you have money, to help another human being. And you have to get this into your head. Every day in Shema we say, V'ahavta Hashem lekecha, you should love the Lord your God. B'chol levavcha, with all your heart. What does it mean, l'chol levavcha? It doesn't say livcha, it says levavcha, with your two hearts. Of course, there's part of you when you're young, you just want to do good. But then you get part of the rat race, and somebody shamed you, so you have to prove that you're cool, and you got a nice car, and you take a nice vacation. Give yourself to God. Give yourself to goodness. This is what your own heart wants. Don't be worried about what someone else is going to say. Somebody that is ashamed of someone else, you're ashamed of him. When does the cycle of stupidity end? B'chol nafshecha, even if they take your life, how many Jews gave their lives for being Jews? The Rebbe says these days we don't have to give our lives, but b'chol mi'odecha, your resources, b'chol ma'meincha, your money, give it to charity. And the Rebbe's last message to us is give everything to charity. You know, I was the rabbi in a resort town. Around our Shabbos table, we had millionaires, we had billionaires, and I met a lot of people. I can tell you this, those that gave 20% to charity are doing really, really well. And so, charity is your only investment. It's not your best investment, it's your only investment. And truth be told, you should give it all away, because soon the money is going to be like dust. Diamonds will be on the earth. Your value for being a millionaire or billionaire will mean nothing. But every penny we give to charity, and the Jews that are suffering, Jews in South Africa, Jews in Israel, you can go to Kol Chabad. What they're collecting just to give out, they give out 25,000 packages. There's a need of 100,000 packages. It's a disaster. And I say, if you have money, listen to me carefully. How can you have a fancy Seder when another Jew doesn't have matzah, doesn't have wine? If you think this is a joke, I work a little bit in the field. It's not a joke. There are Jews in the good times. I was in Israel about 2 years ago. People that were doing communal Seders were saying people were coming to them for the communal Seder they didn't have. In general, the rich are getting richer, and there's nothing wrong. You should be trillionaires. But the poor are getting poorer. And God says it's your duty. You got money. It's not the Hebrew word for tzedakah is not charity. Charity is a goyish concept. A guy, I'm rich, now I need to look good. I also help out the poor. Or I'm truly a good guy. A tzedakah, it's tzedek, it's justice. The Jews are one unit. It's unjust that your brother should be suffering. It's a different mentality. It's not a question of right, of kindness. It's a question of injustice. How can I let another person suffer? And so, we live in a non-Jewish world. And the non-Jewish world is really based on low self-esteem. So everybody's trying to pick themselves up. And so part of looking like a big shot is giving charity. Or some people really have good hearts, they give charity, but they themselves come from a non-Jewish world. Jews are one family. You don't let your brother starve. It's simple. I'm amazed to see sometimes in Gentile families where one guy could be a millionaire and the brother could be on the street. It's unbelievable. I would assume that such a thing would never happen in a Jewish family. Well, we're all one family. And I don't make any money. I'm a contributor. Go to Kol Chabad and give them your money because Jews need help this Pesach. And you know what the Rebbe says? The Lubavitcher Rebbe who saw it all. And I don't know, somehow he's predicting what would happen. He says that when we give everything, Hashem gives everything. You come to God, you say, look, God, we're partners. I give you 10%. He says, yeah, you 10%, 10%, and 10%. You say, I give you everything. You open your heart. Hashem opens his heart too. Will bring Mashiach. So I want to ask you a simple question. At this moment of tremendous suffering in the world, if you have money, you're already a little lucky. But imagine the person that doesn't know where he's going to have money for the end of the month, because a lot of people are like that. At this moment, when Mashiach is definitely going to come, you want to look back at yourself and say, I was the guy that brought Mashiach, because Mashiach is going to say to each individual, thank you for the mitzvah you did that brought me. So, you have an awesome opportunity to do the mitzvah that will not only save yourself, not only save your world, but Mashiach comes, we have the resurrection of the dead. You'll save every Jew that ever lived, every tzaddik that ever lived. You'll be remembered for eternity. So make the best choice you can possibly make.